Hi, I'm Anderson.
And I'm Chloe, and welcome to
The Charger Update. This weekend, the OHS Spirit Squads competed in the annual MHSAA state competition. Both the varsity cheer and dance teams both placed 5th, and the JV cheer team placed 2nd to wrap up the weekend.
As cheer and dance just wrapped up their season, some teams are just starting theirs. These teams include bowling, powerlifting, and wrestling. We wish these teams the best of luck as they kick off their season.
Oxford High School was recently announced as one of the 9 schools in the state to be placed on the 2023 College Board AP School Honor Roll. The Honor Roll recognizes schools whose AP programs are providing the best results for students.
The Oxford Charger Booster Club recently held their annual Letterman Jacket ceremony for OHS varsity athletes who met their requirements for their respective sports. We're so proud of all the accomplishments at OHS this semester, and we can't wait to see what the spring semester holds.
The City of Oxford has just begun their Holly Jolly Holiday celebration, including ice skating and holiday decorations all around town. This is the 3rd year of the celebration, and it will last until January 6th.
Recently, the Teacher of the Year award was given out at all schools in the Oxford School District. At OHS, the award was given to Mrs. Husband. She currently teaches Pre-AP English 2 and AP English 4. She's also been a mentor to many students here at the high school.
Well, my father's a professor. He forbade me from going into teaching, but I wasn't even interested in teaching whenever I started college. But I had an English teacher, I think it was my freshman year, and she was amazing. And I did not like English in high school. I thought it was boring. It was like, read this, and then I'm going to tell you what the correct answer is, and then you just regurgitate it. So there was never any autonomy in terms of, oh, it's okay to interpret literature the way you interpret it, or, there are numerous interpretations or numerous possibilities. It was always very black and white, and I didn't like that. Yeah. When I got to college and my opinion suddenly was important, it was way more fun. And so I really got into that English course, and then I started taking other English courses, and then I just ended up changing my major to English, and here we are.
Well, there are a lot of really great parts about Mrs. Husband's classes. My favorite part is her passion for the material that she teaches. She brings a fire to literature that not many teachers can bring, and her passion is contagious. She's one of the main reasons that I read as much as I do.
It's definitely the relationships I get to form with my students. I love what I teach. I love literature, so I enjoy teaching that. But I think watching students get on board with it, because just like me, there are a lot of kids who don't like English or think it's boring. But if I can get them on board, convince them that it's worthwhile, and then that also helps build a relationship with them too, because then they realize that I really just want them to enjoy it, enjoy learning. And then, I get to watch them, hopefully, I get 10th graders, and then I get to watch them grow up through 12th grade and come back. And, spending that time together and that much time together, a couple of years, builds that relationship even more so. So then I get to keep it after they leave me.
The OHS Art Club recently hosted their art show featuring many different forms of media. This year, the theme Growth was given to the students. Off of that, the students took the theme and showcased it in many different ways.
This year, the art club met, I forget how many times. We meet on Wednesdays every morning. But at the beginning of the school year, we talked about the art shows that we were going to have. So they knew the deadline for our first show, and we have themes picked out. And so for our first art show, the theme was growth. And the art club president and some of the other members came up with this theme. They introduced the first topic, and we discussed it as a club, and then students got ideas off of each other, but they could really go in any direction that they wanted to with just the word growth. With the art club, because we only meet one day a week, they only have about 45 minutes, so majority of the work that they do is done at home. Growth was interpreted in many different ways. We saw a lot of like organic, earthy interpretations, but this one was an actual three-dimensional piece that represented the growth of actually something decaying, so dying. My favorite part is when the students get to hang their work because they get to see all of their work put together next to their peers, and it teaches them too how to successfully like compose their pieces on display. So they're also learning about art installation. But when the students do that, they feel very professional, and it's exciting to see them just be so proud of themselves.
Well, that's all the time we have.
Be sure to follow us on all our social media for more content.
And make sure to check us out on thechargeronline.com to read stories and more.
And don't forget to come back next time on
The Charger Update.